Attorney General Merrick Garland has appointed a special counsel to oversee the government's investigation into Hunter Biden. U.S. Attorney David Weiss, a Trump appointee, requested the upgrade to special counsel after years of investigating the president's son and seeing a plea deal he helped negotiate fall through. Garland said Friday it was, quote, in the public's interest to grant Weiss the designation.
This appointment confirms my commitment to provide Mr. Weiss all the resources he requests.
Attorney General Merrick Garland said David Weiss himself asked for special counsel status after leading the criminal probe into the president's son since 2018.
The appointment of Mr. Weiss reinforces for the American people the department's commitment to both independence and accountability in particularly sensitive matters.
But the timing matters. 2 weeks ago, in a Delaware court, a plea deal for 2 misdemeanor tax charges and a felony gun offense fell apart over whether the president's son could avoid future criminal charges. Weiss told Congress in July he had not requested special counsel status. He hasn't publicly stated why he changed his mind. But on Friday, in a federal court filing, Weiss said the plea negotiations with Hunter Biden were at an impasse, and the government now believes that the case will not resolve short of a trial.
I think the special counsel's greatest enhanced power as a result of today's order is that he just has much more independence to pursue charges against Hunter Biden.
Nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you.
An IRS whistleblower recently told CBS News the evidence supported more serious felony tax charges.
It's a matter of, are we treating everyone the same?
And in this case?
No, I don't think so.
Responding to the special counsel announcement, Hunter Biden's attorney said, we expect a fair resolution not infected by politics. Republican Congressman James Comer chairs the House committee investigating the Bidens.
It's 100% political move. I mean, how can you appoint someone who less than 2 weeks ago tried to negotiate a sweetheart plea deal?
The White House had no comment, but legal experts told CBS News this could slow the investigation now in its 5th year even further, possibly pushing it into the middle of the 2024 presidential campaign. Joseph Tully joins us now. He is a criminal defense attorney. Joseph, typically we see with special counsels that it's an attorney appointed from outside the government, and I'm citing here something called 28 CFR, that's the Code of Federal Regulations qualifications for the special counsel. So how do we deconflict that with the appointment today?
So I think where this is coming from is that, as you just said, the plea negotiations fell apart. And really, as you pointed out, normally special counsel are outside people. Here we took the same prosecutor who did negotiate that very good deal with Hunter Biden that was rejected by the judge and made him special counsel. That's all about jurisdiction. Because that plea agreement fell through, there may be additional charges in different states, California, Washington, perhaps even Delaware. And the special counsel status will allow that same prosecutor to manage all of the prosecutions across the country if there are any in other jurisdictions.
Right. So I'm just looking at the order from the Attorney General for the appointment of the special counsel. And in fact, it says on the second to last paragraph that the special counsel is authorized to prosecute federal crimes in any judicial district arising from these investigations. And based on these IRS whistleblower interviews we did here at CBS News, they alleged that David Weiss tried to bring prosecutions in Los Angeles and also Washington, D.C., and was rejected by U.S. attorneys who had been appointed by the Biden administration.
Yeah, so this appointment as special counsel will allow Mr. Weiss to bring these charges. It will essentially not be, the jurisdiction will not be a bar. So if there is something in Los Angeles or DC or wherever, David Weiss can now oversee those charges.
You know, we've already heard from Republicans on Capitol Hill who say that this was a political decision. It was not a legal decision. And they certainly aren't indicating any faith in the U.S. attorney, essentially for negotiating what they call a sweetheart deal. So how does this work going forward?
I think both sides will have their narrative. It was a sweetheart deal, but it really wasn't something that, made my eyes pop out of my head. I mean, it was, hey, these defense attorneys did really good. There's other factors. Certainly, it
But
didn't
let
hurt
me
to be the
just jump in there
president's
one
son.
second, though. I mean, we heard the judge. I was in that courtroom. The judge said that on the felony gun offense, which is the possession of a weapon by a drug user, that she routinely sends people to jail on a false statement charge. So in this case, they were looking at a diversion program. That sounds pretty unusual to me.
It is. However, there's the angle of, listen, my client was strung out on drugs. Everybody knows it. He was going through a really bad spot, and there wasn't intent here. We don't know what he was thinking. So maybe he lied on that form, and maybe he was just out of it. So there is it was a sweetheart deal. And now this appointment puts that same prosecutor in charge of everything. So on one hand, it looks like there's a little bit more independence. On the other hand, it looks like they're trying to keep that same sort of controller in
Tone,
charge of
yeah.
everything, maybe to manage.
I just want to note that, if you search on the web for gun offense and drug possession, you do see people routinely go to jail for lying on those forms. Joseph Tully, thank you for your analysis.
Thank you very much.